This is a solution to problem number 53 from homework 6.2. We're asked to use trig identities to transform the left side of the equation into the right side. We're essentially verifying this trig identity. So we're given sine theta over cosine theta plus cosine theta over sine theta is equal to cosecant theta, secant theta. And one strategy here is we're going to use algebra. We're going to try to add these fractions. To add fractions, we need a common denominator. So the common denominator here is going to be sine theta, cosine theta. So I'm going to multiply the first fraction by sine theta over sine theta, which is a funny form of 1. And I'm going to multiply the second fraction by cosine theta over cosine theta. And now we can set up these two fractions. So we're going to have sine squared theta over sine theta cosine theta plus cosine squared theta over sine theta cosine theta. Now we're ready to add these fractions. When we add them, we have the same denominator, so we're going to get sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta over sine theta cosine theta. Now, if we look at the numerator, we have sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta, and this isn't part of the verification of the identity but I'm going to recognize that I have a Pythagorean identity here, and a big clue here is I've got sine squared theta and cosine squared theta. So the Pythagorean identity is that sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta is equal to 1, which means I can make a substitution. That sine squared theta over plus cosine squared theta is 1. So I'm going to have 1 over sine theta times cosine theta. The next step is I can split this into two fractions. I can split this into 1 over sine theta times 1 over cosine theta. And finally, I know that 1 over sine theta using the reciprocal identity is cosecant theta, and 1 over cosine theta is secant theta. And that is verifies what we started with on the right-hand side, which was cosecant theta, secant theta.